The 2011 Challenger 392 is better than the modern 392 because, well, manual. Welcome back to another episode of Monstars. I'm your host, Z. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And this is episode 5 of the MOPAR Wars. That is me addressing all the MOPAR hate I've seen over the years. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. It is a ridiculous mentality ladder. At the top of this ladder, people think if it's not a Hellcat or a Trackhawk, then it's garbage. And people think at the bottom of this ladder, if it's not at least a Hemi, like the V6, for example, or less, then that's garbage. And this cannot be any further from the truth. If you haven't watched episode 1 through 4, I highly recommend you watch those. Episode 1, how to make up to 700 horsepower in an SRT Jeep. Episode 2, I believe, was the Pettis RV6, make up to 500 horsepower on that. Episode 3 and 4 was about the 700 horsepower in the 5.7 Hemi, and I believe it was 500 plus or maybe 600 on the 6.1 liter SRT8s. And yeah, here we are, episode 5, 392. And for all the, cool Mopar people, quick disclaimer, this is not about you. Ignore this video, have fun with it. You may even agree with me in what I say in these videos. For all the Mopar bullies out there and all the negative Nancys out there, let this be a fifth warning for you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep trying to bully people, keep trying to bring them down and troll them, whatever. Keep getting offended by the titles of my videos, though I know you don't even listen or watch my videos. Keep crying if you want to. Just don't cry more when people learn how to fight back against bullies. Don't cry more when people learn how to beat your cars and really know what you have better than you do. And you can't really show face for it because all you do is talk. But I digress. That's a conversation for another video. We're going to talk about the Challenger 392. So the 2011 Challenger 392 on paper, as far as the engine goes, is not any different than what we have now. It's a 6.4 liter Hemi, makes 470 square to the crank. In other words, 470 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque to the crank, runs a 12.9 second quarter mile. But here's where things get a little different. In 2011, it weighed 4,170 pounds. That was heavy for that time. A lot less electronics in those cars than what we have now, too. The 2020 392, for example, weighs 4,314 pounds. Now, I don't know if that weight was for the manual transmission 392s in 2011. If that's all they came in, I don't think so. But don't quote me on that. But either way, it's a huge weight difference. And fun fact about the manual transmission, it's a TR6060, which is the same transmission used in the Dodge Viper. Another cool thing about these is that they're a lot more affordable in the used market than what the 2020s and newer 392s used are. They go anywhere from 23 to 34K right now. They'll probably go up after watching this video. I apologize if they do. But the cool thing about them is that you have a modern day collector car that is really under the radar. That and the Challenger SRT8s as well, because they have the manual option too, that are way less than getting a newer 392, new or used. And if they go up in the future, great, sure. If they don't, it's a win-win because you can still get something, a 392 that's affordable and unique because it's manual. So, you want to know the mods that you need to do to this? Absolutely nothing. Just learn how to drive it. I'm not talking about just road trips and canyons, though that would be cool because who canyons a muscle car, let alone a manual one of this time, right? Now, go to the track, go to an 1/8 mile track, go to a 1/4 mile track, autocross this thing, go on a road course, get some driving instruction, go to Bonnarant Racing School or something like that to become a black belt in driving this car. I never understood why people would upgrade cars and they don't really know how to drive them. They don't really know the characteristics of the vehicle. But again, another conversation for another video. If you do want to upgrade the car in any way, or in this case, update it because it's very subtle. After you become a grandmaster in driving this car, here's what you can do. You can get the Barton short throw shifter, a Hayes aluminum flywheel. You could get the RST20's clutch. It comes with a flywheel, but I think that's overkill because, like I mentioned in episode 4, that clutch is rated for 800 horsepower at minimum. Depending on which one you get, it can go up to 1,200 or 1,400. Don't quote me on that, but it's pretty high. So it's just overkill of a clutch for a car like this. Other than that, the DCR lightweight battery, it's a 9-pound battery. Yes, 9-pound battery compared to the factory's, 45-pound battery. And some tires, tires wear out anyway. So if you were to do anything when you get the car or want to take it on a track or whatever, either get Firehawk Indy 500s or the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. And those are pretty much all-season performance tires. And that's it. That is it. That's all I have for you with this. Just learn how to drive the car. You can do these updates if you want. Also, I apologize for not including the short throw shifter in episode 4 for the 6.1 Challenger SRT8. It's something you can do to that as well. Stay tuned for episode 6. I'm really excited for this one because it is going to be about the cars that really made me pay attention to Dodge, and that's the SRT4. Like, subscribe, and share. If you don't know, now you know, but do what you want to do.